It is Monday. It is Monday, day 19. Carry over from last night. I know we had us a late night last night, and we got up early today and got started. So we did good. Let me check out some things. We did good. Today, the market was down. If you guys looked at it, then you saw that. Today, the market was down. But we're going to still check out our futures anyway. We're going to see if we can find any news we can find. I'm pretty sure I mentioned yesterday that due to the holidays, there's always a market sell-off. So I don't know if that's just because of that, or if it's the feds, or if it's Omicron fear spreading. But we've been down. So we've been down for about 2 weeks now. And I know for a lot of you new investors, that's going to be hard to deal with. It's going to be hard to see your stocks. It's hard to see your money go into the red. But we be patient. We hold long-term investing season or put option season is what it's looking like. So let's get this thing started. We're going to check out our futures. Y'all know the routine, right? We're going to always check our futures, see what we can find. So futures, okay. It's showing the Dow up 0.40%. S&P 500 up 0.44%, and the NASDAQ futures up 0.66%. And this must be because in the after hours, because when I looked at this earlier today, pretty much all of them were down 1% at least, 1 and 2%. So let me refresh my link just in case. I'm gonna refresh my link and see. Okay, yeah. Looks like the stock futures are up, and they were down earlier today. They were down at least 1% in each one. So that kind of goes with what I said yesterday. We would see them down first thing in the morning. We would see them come back up flat. So these numbers are pretty flat, with the Dow at 0.42, the S&P 500 at 0.46 gain, and the NASDAQ at 0.70. So those are all pretty much flat. I'll put this on the screen for y'all to see. Those are pretty flat, so nothing new there, nothing crazy. And our market movers, it looks like Nike was on the move today. But I saw more red today than anything else. So y'all let me know what y'all saw if you were looking. I saw more red than anything. Check out the Russell. The Russell was down 1.57%, and we know that's pretty heavy because it was up 1% on yesterday. So it lost the 1% it gained yesterday and 0.57%. So that's down. We've been seeing it red for at least 2 weeks, I know. Looks like things, I'm going to refresh this just to be sure. Yep, with a refresh, look like we pretty red everywhere. So, pretty red still. Today was not a good day anywhere. Again, this could be due to the holiday market sell-off that usually occurs. So we have to be careful this week. We had to make some educated risk and invest in companies that we're willing to hold long term. This may not be day trade season unless you're doing some put options, but this is where we're at. We're looking at the red in all sectors: technology, financial, communication services, healthcare, commercial cyclical, energy, industrials, consumer defensive, real estate, utilities, and basic materials. Now, I will say I talked to a friend earlier today, and I am thinking that we may, as far as when I say we, of course, I'm just providing a little advice. I am thinking that we may start rotating some of our funds from where I was heavy in technology and communication services. I may start rotating to financials and healthcare. And I'll be using those to balance out my account more so that I see less negative pressure. So something like Pfizer, which for some reason it went back up 2%, which it may be again because of the Omicron fears. But Johnson & Johnson went down, and Eli Lilly and Company went down. So these are just different things we need to look at. And again, we see the financial market here is also in the red. So isn't looking like there's any sector is exactly safe from these selling powers, price decreases. No sector seems to be safe from it, but we can always make some good investing and some well-balanced companies. We definitely do our investigation, our research, and see what we can find that we like, and hold it for the long term to kind of balance out our accounts and negate any losses we take from our other long-term holds. So yeah, nothing in here is looking green. Let's check out the crypto heat map. Crypto heat map is giving us some good stuff. That's good. Bitcoin. But however, that's down from its other day's value. It was at 47. So that's, Terra Luna is still up 3.4 more percent. SHIB came back up. And I did hear some negative news on SHIB today. Apparently there's a guy out here who's pushing for them for people to start selling their shares of SHIB and invest in his. And apparently he's a pretty famous or major guy, popular guy in the markets. So that may be some selling pressure for SHIB, but right now it looks like it's doing well despite that news. Binance Coin, let's see. Ethereum, again, still lower than what we saw. Well, no, actually it was 3,800 the other day, sitting at 3,900, so that's some good gain. Not much though. We see it's pretty flat. So we still looking at pretty flat numbers. Anything under 1% is usually pretty flat. So most of these are pretty flat. Yeah, most of these are pretty flat on the stock and the crypto side. I'm not seeing anything heavily dropped here. Nothing major. Nothing too crazy. Yeah, it looks like everything flat, including, just cryptos and NFTs and things like that. Which, that's not good news, but, it's not bad news either. However, I know most of us are probably seeing more red than green. So, that especially when we've been seeing it for the past 6 days. Or past 2 weeks, really. So some news I saw earlier was stock slide to start the week as Omicron fears intensify. The Dow falls 430 points. The Dow falls 430 points. That is major. The Dow fell, which 430 points mean $430. And when I looked at it at one point today, it had fell $800+. So that goes to show you there's some real heavy selling pressure. Yep, the major averages fell on Monday as investors grappled with the resurgence of COVID cases spurred from the newfound Omicron variant. The Dow Jones Industrial Average dropped 433.28 points to $34,932.16, dragged down by losses in Beijing, Goldman Sachs, and American Express. Also, we saw today that NEO did not have a successful NEO day because it came down from 30 all the way to 27%. To $28. And the Hang Seng is actually up 0.61% for today. So despite the market being up, NEO did not do well today. NEO came down to $28.44. So remember I told y'all to be careful. So if you all are in this with me, it looks like we're going to be holding for long term until things come back. And Bob actually came down 5%. NEO came down 5%. So that shows you that the China market or the Hang Seng is not doing well as far as their stock and their government. So nobody's really pumping up NEO. So I see a short-term loss. Again, I'm holding long-term in NEO because it's an EV play. It's an EV play. I'm in it just like I'm in Tesla. I would have loved to take some profit off the top because I have quite a bit of money in there. But hey, it's still okay. I'll wait it out. The news I've been hearing lately is people are afraid of going into 22. We're going to be having a bear market. Bear market means that the things are going to be in red for the majority of the year. So we got bullish and we got bearish. Bullish means we're seeing a lot of green, a lot of positive catalysts for the market, meaning it's going to go up. And we got bearish, meaning that the market is going to be red and it's going to be some negative catalysts. So let me look that up. Let me show that to y'all. Bullish market. Bullish market, and again that's green. So we got bullish versus bearish. That's nice. Let me see if I can find a pretty image. Everybody like pretty pictures, right? Bullish and bearish trends rising, right? Here's a good image. You got the bull, you got the bear. So bullish and bearish trends, right? Check out a bottom line. A bullish investor, also known as a bull, believes that the price of one or more securities will rise. A bearish investor is one who believes prices will go down and eradicate a significant amount of wealth. So for us, we'll be determining this just by looking at the companies, and we'll be looking at the trends on the market, and we're gonna make our decisions based on that. If it's a bearish market, we might not buy as many stocks this year until we start seeing some green. We'll start doing some put options. We'll continue to build out our portfolio, make money, add money, and we'll buy what we want to. We'll buy those long-term companies. But that, as far as us seeing major profits based on the companies that we're holding now, if it becomes a bearish market, we won't see that. We'll see most of our profits based off swing trades. So options, put options, call options, just from a quick spike. Or, we may find a diamond in the rough somewhere, a good company that we find has some good news and some good potential. Then we're going to buy the room and sell the news. So that may be one of the things that we end up having to do. But we're going to wait to see how the rest of this year goes. We only have 31 days left 31 days in December. We have 11 more days in the year. 11 more days in the year. We're hoping to see these last week or 2 weeks be good. The market is half day on Thursday and closed on Friday. So that takes away some days, right? That means we have 9 days. Well, not really even that, because you got the weekend. So you got about really 8 good trading days. 8 good trading days, maybe 7. 7 to 8 good trading days, and that's all we got. So we're going to have to be careful with our decisions that we make. We're going to watch and see how things go in 2022. Outside of that, tomorrow, the futures are showing some positivity, but even then, they're showing low. I'm thinking we're going to see some more red. I'm hoping for some green, but I'm thinking at least early part of the morning, we're going to see some more red, and we may see it come back out flat again on the day. If we do see some green, don't let that fake you out. Don't go buy stuff in a panic. Don't get fear of missing out. Just be patient. Buy the ones you believe in, and we're gonna ride this wave. And we'll be doing another check in the morning because it's not as late today as it was yesterday. So we'll do an early morning check prior to the market Tuesday, and we'll see what we're looking like. So right now we still see the Dow, the S&P 500, and Nasdaq going up, and the Hang Seng going up. But they're all still pretty much flat, so nothing positive, nothing negative. And I don't see any articles saying, hey, everything is pretty much pointing at Omicron and pointing at the Fed interest rate hikes that's coming. And the market and the economy is not liking that. So we're pretty much fearful in our investing right now. But hopefully we get some positive news soon and we can run with it. Until then, we'll keep doing our research and we're going to stay consistent with our work. So this is day 19 on Journey to Become Wealthy. I hope y'all have a good night. And if we find something else tonight or tomorrow, I'll see y'all then.